Testing 1 2. How you guys doing out there? I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend here. We on the Doug Best Show. We've been sitting here waiting for a couple hours from our main man, Boucher Ware. But he hasn't showed up. 2 hours. But don't worry about it, because I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend, baby. I'm a bad motherfucker. They say, well, what is he talking about? They say for the first 30 seconds of a podcast, you got to captivate the people. What's a bad motherfucker? That means that you know that I'm confident. And I know that we're going to make this thing work. The Doug Best Show. I'm sitting here reading the Fresno Bee. And it says plans for new homes in downtown Fresno stall. I'm not really sure what that means because I just built some apartment complex with my own money. Teddy Pendergrass. Hey guys, how y'all doing out there? Sometimes you gotta just step out on your own. And I want to say happy holidays, happy New Year's, and Merry Christmas, and all the people that's been hanging out with me for this year. On the Doug Best Show as we grow. As we grow, I need 10,000 haters. 100,000 would be better. Haters, lovers, whatever it is, we need subscribers. And man, this is a crazy world that we stay in. I'm your friend out there, baby. Somebody cut the football game off and just sit down and just chit chat with me for just a few minutes. Man, there's so many distractions in the world about what the reality is. Trump on TV just telling a goddamn lie right in front of all of us. We go to the store. He says that the prices are going down. I never criticized the president, but I said either this guy is the greatest con artist on the planet Earth or he thinks that most of us are absolutely stupid. How can you tell us, the American people, that the prices are going down when if me and my senorita go to the store and a dozen of eggs cost $5 or $20, we can afford it. But I see it, and then when I see the most powerful, most recognized, the most forceful person on the planet Earth, our president, President Donald J. Trump, get on the TV and blatantly tell all of us lies. All of us. Tell all of us lies, and we believe it. Some of us. But I just want to tell you guys here on the Doug Best Show, this is what the Doug Best Show is all about. It's a voice for the people. And don't get distracted about the lies that you see that the president is expounding or talking about over and over again. Then you don't have to be afraid to tell the truth. I seen just a few days ago, they talked about Charlemagne the God, a good guy, wonderful guy. He has the Breakfast Club. You know, he's on a lot of radio stations. And, you know, he's doing a lot for the podcast industry. And somebody was saying, you know, don't compare yourself to them. I'm not comparing myself to nobody because I'm a bad motherfucker by myself. But he's a benchmark. And they just gave him $250 million total. iHeartRadio, Netflix. And what is he doing? He doing what I'm doing, talking to the people, allowing the people to have a voice, and that's what the Doug Best Show is all about. You know, when they teach you, I went to CMAC. That's a place downtown. They got a nonprofit. They teach you about media, podcasting, and the social media. I went there for a few weeks, but I don't have that time to just sit there and listen to them. So what I did, I watched everything that they had, and I wrote a list. Everything that I seen that they had inside that studio, we got it right here. I was talking to a young lady. I've been texting her for the last few days. Her name is Dejanay Ghostin. And she won the Podcaster of the Year award down there a few days ago. I've been talking to her, and I was talking to my senorita. I was just saying, what's the Doug Best Show? Why would the people listen to me? Because this is a voice for all of us. When we see some bullshit, like we seeing the president of the United States getting on TV, national TV, telling us some bullshit, and we don't agree with it, we can always be respectful, always be diplomatic, but call out the BS. And this is what the Doug Best show is all about, with Charlemagne. So he got $250 million, for doing whatever he do. And I was just telling my senorita just this morning, she's a little under the weather. I said, man, what can we do with $250 million? Create thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs here in the city of Fresno. What if we got $2 million? And all we would need to do is take the money, pay the bills, and put the money back out into the community. That's the position that God has allowed me to be in. That's why I created the Doug Best Show. Not for the money, but for the people. Just a few people that's out there, just listen to me. Just see it in your mind. What if we had 20,000 subscribers? And I called Charlemagne. And I said that I want to fly out there and have a meeting with you and talk to you about helping us broad the blueprint and scale the Doug Best Show to help the people. And then if you guys watch Charlemagne, you see he's not that flamboyant. He's not extravagant. He's not, he don't flash, like the rappers, even though behind the scenes on a lot of rappers, he's encouraging them to be successful. So this is what this show is all about. The Doug Best Show for us. All the people. It's a voice. And it's a vehicle. If we use it right and we create it right and we scale it, my son, So Fresh De Niro, Doug Best Jr., he said today, Dad, your content is getting better. It's probably true, but it's not new content. I got 2,000 or 3,000 videos because we travel all around the world. And usually when I'm on Facebook, I just put stuff on there of my senorita and my cats. But now I made up my mind. I'm going to scale the Doug Best Show to the highest level. How? With the help of the people. I'm going to be everywhere. I might be outside and I might see a homeless person in the rain. I'm going to take a picture of it. Some people might be upset. Some people might like it. It might be a Wednesday and I might go over on Martin Luther King or Fig Avenue in front of the church, with Queen Mary Lee and Rod Wade and Champ Snapper. I might be there. And then it might be sometimes, I might feel, I might feel like being with my brother, Floyd Harris. I might go to his church. And then sometimes I might go to River Park and eat dinner, $200 steak with me and my senorita. And then sometimes, I might go right outside, grab 2 homeless people and bring them in here, and buy some tacos, and we'll just talk about life experiences. That's what a podcast is all about, just making something a reality for regular people. I'm telling you guys, though we see the rappers with the bling bling, we see the movie stars with the big cars and the fancy furs, and they stand in the big houses. But the life is the same for all of us, guys. When Donald Trump tell a lie, he's not just lying to us, the regular people. He's lying to everybody. But it's just up to us. You got to have a few people like me on the Doug Best Show and a few other people that's willing to come on here and, we'll talk about real life things. We're not saying that, that all politicians are horrible. All white people are bad. All black people are drug dealers. All Mexicans are immigrants crossing the border. We're not saying that. But what we need different viewpoints. And so just say you be a Republican and I might be an independent or Democrat. And we might have a disagreement all the way to the bone, where inside our blood, inside the DNA of our blood is boiling. But yet we respect each other and we could talk about it. That's what the Doug Best Show is all about. It could be somebody out there that go to church every day and they don't have a platform to talk about it. You could come get on the Doug Best Show and ask the people, to subscribe. And let's make this show grow. And then what happens when it grows? When it grows, it gets monetized. And then what I'm explaining to you guys know me here in the base of the city of Fresno. But what happens with the social media, it could be my sister-in-law, Karma Nunes, or my brother-in-law, Tito, Hector Mendoza, in Guadalajara, Mexico. They could be tuning in, listening to me. That's the power of the content on the social media. That's why you have to be so careful about what you say on the social media, because what happens, just say, the Doug Best Show become very, 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 very famous and popular, like it's going to be, and I say something stupid. They'll take something out of context and then come back years later and use it against you. And that's why the other day when my friend named Joy, Vanessa Ellis, and Maurice Simpson was saying that some things that maybe I should correct, that's beautiful. That's what I want everybody to do. If you see me doing something wrong, enlighten me. And I'm teachable, I'm moldable, and I just want to do the right thing for everybody. And so, guys, here we are in Fresno, California, and Charlemagne, and this crew is in New York City. But what difference do it make? The place of the geography of where you at, it has no bearing on your ability to reach the people. Just a few days ago, my senorita was sitting right there, and she was saying, I don't like my voice. And I said, you know what, my love, mi amor. I said, you know what? It has nothing to do with the voice. It has something to do with the passion and the pureness of your heart. That's what the people feel when you're on the airway. That's why some people, they could be such great entertainers, and, they could teach you how you could have the different tonations in your voice. But one thing about us people, one thing about us, we could tell when somebody's bullshitting us. We could tell. It could be Oprah Winfrey. It could be Donald Trump. It could be Diddy. It could be Jay-Z. Or it could be anybody. But it has nothing to do with you having the ability to articulate something where it's flawless. That's not the passion. You feel when somebody's been honest and truthful and straight up with you. And that's what the Doug Best Show is about. Having some integrity, being honest with me. And if the people sit in that chair and, and it's some bullshit, you'll know in a little while. Everybody else is going to know, but I'm going to always be courteous and polite and diplomatic, but you're going to get called out on it. And so, guys, it's a lot of people that's been riding with me, for the last year or so since I started the Doug Best podcast. I haven't gave 100% because I built some apartments. I'm a landlord with a lot of property, so I have to go around and fix stuff. And, I got a tax office, and I got a wife, a senorita, and I got some cats, baby. A black guy that loves cats. Can you imagine that? Maybe I'll do a podcast on that one day. But I just want everybody out there, if you see me, help make the show grow for me and for us. And I'm telling you, I'll take the proceeds and put it back in the community. That's my promise. And how do you know if I'm going to do that? You watch me. And one thing about when you become real popular, on these social medias, and what happens is come with greater notoriety and fame and whatever the word is, it's more scrutiny. So the more people that know you, the more scrutiny you be up under. So everywhere that I go in this city, I'm not sure if the analytics says it or whatever. Everywhere I go in the city, somebody knows me. How? Because I've been here my whole life in the city of Fresno, California. But it's the social media. The social media levels the playing field. So if Barack Obama got on here and I got on here and the playing field is level, intellectually, he's no more intelligent than me. because I'm a bad motherfucker too. I just haven't gotten the publicity or the marketing that he has. Not I'm not taking nothing away from that brother. I'm not taking nothing away from the Honorable Jerry Dyer. I'm not taking nothing away from President Donald Trump. They some bad guys, but I'm a bad motherfucker too. It's a lot of bad motherfuckers here in the city of Fresno. And one thing you guys know, I'm not finna be apologetic for my yesterdays and my successes and my faults and my failures and my mistakes. We're going to use that as something to say that, you know, what that does? That creates a certain privilege in me because now I know. And then how do that create a certain privilege? If I get on the Doug Best Show and tell the people that I went to the federal prison, I came from the mud, and I created an apparatus where, you know, we are successful. Nobody could use that against me. Just say, Charlemagne the God just got $250 million. And just for an illustration right here. Hi guys, I'm Doug. I'm your friend, baby. We just talking to you. It would be the same thing, you know, if the Honorable Jerry Dyer was given a state of the nation, state of the city, or President Donald Trump would be given a state of the union speech. I'm Doug. I'm your friend from the mud. I'm doing what a lot of people out there probably want to do. And for whatever reason, they don't do it. But back to the point. The reason why I talk about my yesterdays, I know positively 1,001,000,000% for sure that the show is going to be a success. So why do I talk about me from being from the mud and ex-drug dealer, been to prison, all those different things? That has nothing to do with my intelligence. Nothing. That has something to do years ago, you know, with me not being able to see what I see now. But as we grow and the show become more and more popular, and then my name and my image become more and more exposed to more and more people, and they can't come back and say, you know, he was in federal prison and he was like this and that. Because I'm telling everybody right up front about my yesterdays. I'm bringing all the yesterdays out. And I ain't coming to the table picture perfect. But what I am coming to the table, loving God and growing. And then when there's I don't really think that, you know, when we go through something and it's a stumble, I guess you can call it a mistake, but it's really a lesson. Everything that I done went through in this life. I've been here a long time, guys. Y'all here on the Doug Best Show with me. It's almost Christmas. It's almost New Year's. Everything that we went through, and some of you guys out there can contest to this. Man, everything that you went through when you was going through it, you was like saying, man, what kind of God is this having me go through that? And then when you made it through it, I said, baby, I'm a bad motherfucker because I made it through that. Yeah. And so that's what you get when you see me. Basically, you know, when you see me, it's pretty close to the reality, because oftentimes, you know, when we get on these cameras and we go different places, you know, we kind of change our characters and who we are. Hey, man, it's pretty much what you see with me. When we go to the bank president and talk to the bank president down there, you know, naturally, I'm going to try and be diplomatic and polite, but I sit at that desk. I know, not feel, I know I belong there. If I go to the mayor, Honorable Jerry Dyer's church, hey, man, I know I belong there. So when I'm sitting here on the microphone in the Doug Best podcast studio that I created, I know that I belong here. How? Because my life experiences have gave me that privilege. I earned it. And then all the people out there right now that's listening to me, if you've been to prison, you've been in jail, you've been homeless, you've been on welfare, you've been whatever, you crossed the border, whatever it is, hey, man, you ain't got no reason to feel insecure about nothing. Because you might see somebody else in a bigger or different position, and they pretending like, life is better for them than it is for you. It's not true. Oftentimes those people are just insecure, and they taking that insecurity and using it against you to to make you feel like they're more superior. But I'm telling you guys, hey man, it ain't no superior people. We all basically the same, but you know what? With this capitalistic system in this world, it's a crazy world, man. Different people get in different positions, and so they can, some kind of way, they then systematically control us to think that oftentimes when we see people on TV or listen to them on the radio, on the social media, or some kind of way, they didn't instill insecurity in the people, not just black people. Yeah, black people too, but all of us. Some kind of way, they didn't did that. And this is a beautiful thing about the social media, about the media, period. Though you could be in a position of power and you can control everything, but ultimately, everything is controlled by the mind, the people. And this what the social media does right now. It's always, the media has always been the power behind every throne because you're controlling the people. And so with the social media now, on the Doug Best Show and all the other shows, whoever's got the control of the people, that's the power. And so we see Charlemagne the God, just like me. He went to jail, I went to prison. He sold drugs, I sold drugs. Jay-Z, just like me. He went to jail, he sold drugs. Just like 50 Cent. He went to jail, he sold drugs. I'm using the black people because this is, I can relate to them. You see the difference? Just like Snoop Dogg, he went to jail, he sold drugs. But what happened? Somebody somewhere sponsored him. Some powerful entity, a white person, or somebody sponsored them. But I'm not mad at my brothers that that they got that pushing. But what I want to do, I'm using my own money to create the Doug Best Show and my own energy, and I'm gonna associate myself with the people, all the people, the white people, the black people, the Mexican people, the Asian people, the immigrants, the immigration people, the people that they might say that that came over here illegally. I might be doing a project, and it might be somebody from Mexico that understands the roofing. I had that happen. Hey man, come on over and get that money. Hey guys, I'm Doug Best, and we coming to the end of the year. And I just want to get on here and just let everybody know this is a podcast for the people. Us. You guys, a few people have been hanging in there with me for a little while, and you're listening to me. You know if I'm bullshitting you, if I'm telling you the truth. I'm always going to get on here and tell the truth. If I'm having a bad day and I'm on the show, you're going to know it because it's going to be a little difficult for me to hide who I am because I'm authentic. And so we get into the end of the year. And on the 8th of January, I'll go and have a shoulder operation. I dread it because it's going to be so painful. On January the 7th, we open the Best Tax Office on January the 6th. I got a doctor's appointment, but that's my birthday. And so, guys, for the whole year of 2025, it's been some good days, and it's been some ups, and it's been some downs. But no matter what, my attitude is always staying the same, and I'm asking you guys to do the same thing. Hey, man, no matter what happens, whether you're a spiritual person, you're a religious person, you go to church, you don't go to church, man, that's a power greater than us. I'm going to call him God. And we always know, no matter what happens, it always works itself out. So even though it could be cold outside, and we see the President of the United States on the social media, in the newspapers, on the radio, every time you pop up something on your phone, the news feed, he's on there lying us. But I'm just asking everybody out there, man, just use common sense in everything that we do, and try to learn yourself and just have some integrity in your life. At, you gotta meet yourself where you at. So it don't matter, about who's in a position of power, who's famous, and who's the rappers are. If Diddy and 50 Cent going at it, that's all bullshit, everybody. That ain't nothing but distraction. We look at Diddy and we look at 50 Cent, and then at the end of the day, we look at the bills, the PG&E bill, the water bill, the food bill. We just got to stay focused. And then that's what I'm doing right here, is to try to have the Doug Best Show for the people. And then you guys tune in. You guys want to be a guest on the show. Just make me grow. Help us grow it. We need subscribers. Every day, man, people get tired of me. We be in Walmart. We be in the shopping center. My senorita be with me. I'm over here begging somebody at their car, at their window, because I got the paper with me with the QR code, trying to get the people to do it. Let's make the show grow. And I promise you one thing, that if the show grows, and just say we get $250 million, that means that the community got $250 million. I can't, what, $250 million gonna do what? What we gonna do? It's my senorita gonna cook the same tacos no matter what. If she got $50 or $250 million. But this is a show for the people. They all keep saying that you gotta have a niche. What's your niche? Talking to the people about everything, religious things, sports things, political things, financial things, real estate things, everyday life stuff. I'm your friend, baby. I'm Doug Best. And I said when I started the thing, don't worry about it. That means that, you know what that means? That means that I pull the speakers too much. But anyway, guys, I'm your friend. Happy New Year's, and we'll be back on the air soon before New Year's up. And guys, just help us grow the show. You guys keep following me, keep pushing it, and keep helping us out there, and I'll see you guys. I'm your friend, baby. I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend. This is the Doug Best Show. This is a show for the people. You guys got a voice. We all got a voice. And I'm just the one that's sitting here in front of the microphone, in front of the camera right now. But one day, you could be right there in that chair or that chair. Or it could be a group of people. I can move the cameras around any way we want to move them. I'm your friend, baby. And Boucher Ware, man, I hope you're doing well out there, man. I know if you didn't show up, it was probably something that that, because he's a guy of integrity. We're going to have him on here soon. Okay, guys, I'm your friend, baby. I'm Doug Best. You guys do us all a favor. This is called a call to action. When the preacher is speaking, at the end, he's always having a call to action. I'm asking all you guys out there, go to YouTube. You could be in St. Louis, Missouri. Tell all your friends, go to YouTube, type in the Doug Best Show. My son, Michael, I just seen, he said he's in Tennessee. Tell your friends to go to YouTube, type in the Doug Best Show and subscribe. Everybody in the city of Fresno and Madera, my friend Arthur, Nair, Jace, man, have all your friends for your new show. Go to Doug Best Show on YouTube and subscribe. Bruce Boyd, I see you, man. I see you, Virgil Fairley. I see all you people out there. Beverly Smith, I see you guys all the time. Tina Grayhouse, Sandra Yates, and my senorita. I hope you feel better, baby. With love. You guys go to YouTube and subscribe. I'm Doug Best, your friend. Thanks.